Non-voters, listen. Let me remind you why you need to vote. Please note that this message right here is not directed to promote or criticize any political affiliation. And this message right here is directed at the world in general, not just the Republic of South African citizens. 10 reasons why. Number 1, because you can. Pre-1994, in the Republic, most people in our country were not allowed to vote. Some of them arrested, tortured, killed for demanding this constitutional and basic human right. Because of this sacrifices, today we can vote by simply presenting yourself at the voting station with your ID. During registration season, that puts you in the voter's roll for good and lets you vote in every future general and by elections in your area. If you don't take advantage of this right, the next generations may lose it and make the sacrifices of our ancestors in vain. The problem is that we are all about rights and not about responsibilities. 2, elections have consequences. It's either things will get better or worse and really the same. You have the power to decide on the quality of life you want for yourself and your community and even future generation. Voting is your chance to stand up for the issues you care about. It's your life and your future. Take the time to decide what's best. First to make the decision, then the decision makes you. Voting, rather than just venting on social media or protesting, is the best way to make your voice heard and make a positive result in the issues that concern you. 3, voting is having a say. Elections are decided by people who vote. So if you don't vote, someone else will vote for you. Your vote won't be forfeited when you decide not to. If you don't vote, you'll be forced to accept people's choices and sadly can't even complain about them because you allowed it. By being a participant in the electoral process as a voter, you'll get to see how things are done till next elections. So if you don't vote, you must shut up. Your voice is your vote. 4, taxes are your money. Everybody pays taxes, even if you're not registered. But the fact that you bought bread, sweets, alcohol, or cigarettes, a percentage of that money goes to taxes. That tax is called value added tax. But do you know how that money is being spent? You deserve to know. So voting is your chance to choose how your taxes are spent, like funding for infrastructure, education, employment creation, healthcare, and others. 5, for the system of democracy to work out. Democracy is considered to be the best and most preferred form of government. One of its disadvantages is that in order for it to work out, the citizens need to participate in it. Voting is one of its participation. If a significant number of people decide not to vote, it automatically becomes autocratic. Vote to keep the system relevant. A law-abiding citizen votes. 6, voting is an opportunity for change. If you think this ain't the right time, you'll vote next time. Wrong move. 5 years is a long time to be stuck with something you don't want or doesn't work out. Smartphones upgrade every 3 to 5 years. So just imagine what it would be like to be stuck with the same smartphone for 5 years with limited and outdated features. The same way you upgrade your smartphone is the same way you must upgrade your government. 7. Our generation knows better. Technology and information means that our generation is the best informed and equipped to vote in South African history. Previous generations never had that privilege. Social media, internet connectivity is giving us access to a lot of information that previous generations didn't know of. There's so much information that there's even fake news. So you can make a better decision than your ascendants. So take advantage of that privilege. 8. So that South Africa must not end up like other African countries. The plight in Africa is that there is extreme poverty, famine, drought, wars, political instability, tribalism, racism, and etc. So those nations suffering this assume that in South Africa, the grass is greener. So they migrate to it, both legally and illegally, leading to issues like them being depopulated and us being overpopulated. So if you don't vote, you'll find ourselves in a situation where both South African and the rest of Africa migrate to other continents. The reason why there's no development in the rest of Africa is because their people abandoned and migrated to South Africa and are not there during elections to change their situation in their natives. Voting will prevent South Africa from that. 9. If you are not interested in politics, then you hate your life. Politics have an influence in every aspect of your life. There are people from other parts of the world who dream about your life because of the political stability in your country made it possible for you to live that life. Some of you can practice your religion and belief systems freely and safely in your country. Yet some are persecuted when they do so in their country. Voting made that possible. It's either you'll have a better or worse life if you vote or not vote. If you have lost faith in your political affiliation, you can change it. 10. So that there can be parliamentary balance. If you don't vote, then whoever is the ruling political affiliation gains more seats. But if you do vote, especially a different political affiliation, you'll be leveling the field. That decision-making power becomes limited, yet broader. You might say my vote is not even 1%, but your vote can replace an undeserving member of the parliament with a competent, trustworthy, and deserving member. Remember, when you vote, you are voting for a party, not just the leader. Every vote matters, regardless of whether you are a billionaire or you are homeless.